Okay, you guys, we got a lot of news coming up this trading week, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I'm going to be putting out a video today about what father actually means. So watch that video later. But right now we're going to do this video on the charts. So today I'm going to cover the dangerous news events that's going to be coming up, and Wednesday and Thursday is going to be the biggest days you need to be paying attention to. And I'm going to show you what method I'm going to be using to make sure that I avoid getting trapped up in this mess this week. All right, let's go to the charts and the news. So right here you see we have the pound coming out with inflation numbers Wednesday. Euro coming out with the CPI or customer inflation numbers Wednesday. Here's the biggest one, which is the US dollar is coming out with their Fed interest rates on Wednesday. This is the biggest news event that comes out every single month above all news events. All news events, which means that when this news event comes out, all currency pairs are going to be impacted. So if you're new, avoid trying to trade on Wednesday because this is going to shake up all of the markets globally. Okay. The Australian dollar is coming out with unemployment numbers. This one's not that big of a deal, so I wouldn't really worry about it. I really should stop putting it on there because it's not that big of a deal. In fact, let me take it off. Well, I'll leave it on there because when it comes out with these numbers, if you trade in Australian dollar, you may have a little jump in the market, but nothing much. The Swiss is coming out with their interest rates numbers on Thursday. The pound is coming out with their interest rates on Thursday. And the JPY is coming out with inflation numbers on Thursday. So again, this week is Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday the biggest, but Wednesday, this is what we're looking at. So now let's go to the charts and let me show you what I'm doing for myself. And I'll go back to the sexy simple. Okay, and let's do this here. All right. So let's go here, start with the AUD. All right, so now when you're looking at this from the higher time frame, you can see this is just a choppy, sloppy mess, and it's been this way. And again, I'm not into politics, but Mr. President, you turn up these markets. Okay, you make it a mess of things with your tariffs and your back and forth. I haven't seen these kind of markets since I've been trading since over a decade or so. I've never seen this before. So that one, I don't see anything worthwhile. Okay, this one, I do see it sitting on a strong support level right across here. So there's a potential for buy opportunity right here. And that's at the 50% retracement level on the Fibonacci. Is coming close to it, rather, on the 4-hour time frame. But you can see every time it hits into this area, it jumps out, jumps out, jumps out, jumps out. And you also see that if you have my simplicity system, you see the zones, the green and the red. So you have that, and once it hops in there, it jumps out of there like a frog in a hot pot. Comes in, hops out. Okay? And so we're sitting right here. Excuse me. We'll have to see how this plays out. And the reason why I say we got to be careful with this is because it has the Canadian dollar. Why did it all drop? All Canadian dollar moved on all pairs. You see it shot up here, dropped on the others. The reason why is because we had the news come out that Israel had attacked Iran, and Iran is a big oil producer, but the Canadians also are involved in oil. So whatever happens with news is going to impact the Canadian dollar. So maybe if the market stabilizes here, there may be an opportunity, but be very careful. I would trade very lightly if we do get a bounce out of here, because again, this is being influenced by the war between Iran and Israel, not by market structure. Okay. All right, let's keep going. This one, I don't see anything. This one, I don't see anything. This one, okay, now we got something here, and that's the CAD JPY. But again, it's involving the CAD, so I'll be very careful. If this thing retraces back up and retests this level, we might have something very nicely. We did see a move on Friday. As you can see, the arrow came in. You have double resistance up against the trend line on the 15-minute. And this is my simplicity system with the combination of the 6 analysts. All those you can get on superezforex.com. And you notice that as I'm clicking through charts, I'm not doing a single bit of markup. It's already done for me. Got my Fibonacci levels, my trend line, support and resistance. I can even add in my supply and demand zones. I just took them off so it won't be so crowded for you guys. But it got everything I need in the click of a button. Okay, so right here you can see the arrow came in, saying it was a sell. So if this retraces back up and retests and I still see it sitting there, this may be a potential. The JPYs have been treating me very well right now. All right, here's another one where it's sitting right up against my little red zone right here. It's already pre-built in. Dropped to the 15-minute, and there was a sell opportunity. Boom, right there. So if it pulls back up I might be looking at the JPYs again this week, because those have been the most opportunistic for me. And here's another great one like here. I wish the markets were open and that there weren't any weekend gaps, because this would be a nice one right here. So I hope this pulls back up and retests this level. If it does, I'm looking to smack them cheeks. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Like I said, the JPY so far has been the favorite pair for me to trade during this chaotic. This one is at a slant pattern. I think it'll come back up and retest. So again, for me, that's a no, no, no. I'm not touching it. Okay. Not for a sale. I'll be ready for a buy on a euro dollar. Okay. See how it's slanted down and then boom, it's shooting and popping back up. So this one will probably retest this top. And that's the Euro NZD slant pattern, hard slant pattern. It stopped at the 50% retracement. I will be probably, but again, this is the CAD pair, so I can't say for certain. Can't say for certain, but it has the potential. If the news doesn't continue to impact it, it has the potential to pop up and retest the top. Okay. See these slants? They're all the same. Slant, look at this. Boom, hits a support level. And what does it do? Pop up. I don't trade slants. I don't like slants. See, same thing. Slant, huge pop up to fill up the gap. Okay. Okay, this one is at a slant, hitting on support right around the 61.8. So again, this has to do with CAD, which is again the reason why it hit so hard to the downside is because of the news. So I wouldn't mess with it right now. Okay, that one, nope, nope, nope. Now, if you are going to trade slant patterns, look at this choppy miss. This is crazy ridiculous. But now for the 4-hour time frame, you can see where there was support back here. And it went all the way down, touched this, and went right back up again. So you can see exactly what I was talking about, guys. Okay? Potential. Okay? All right, so this one is nothing. I don't see anything. By the way, if you're going to be trading these, you might want to switch over to the ocean wave system, because that is great for trading trends. Okay, and let me scrunch this up and you'll see it. Okay, see that right there? This is telling you to sell. This cross below our MACD, and there you go. Look at there. Nice little arrow, told you to sell. 30-minute right here. You would already been in profit, because right here is where it told you to go. Right here, that was about 40 pips already. And you see how it just smooths everything out. Okay, so a lot of these you would have made more money if you would have traded with the ocean wave system. So just consider that. Okay, just consider that. So you would have caught this move all the way to the downside. Okay, okay, it looks much better with ocean, huh? That's why we built it for trend traders. Okay, all right, nothing there, nothing there, and it kind of helps with smoothing out this volatility. US CAD, nope, not touching it. Okay, that's a hot mess. And last JPY. And there we go. So again, we have a couple of the JPYs. So if I was you, I would just focus on the JPYs this week. If you're going to be trading reversals, the JPYs look like it's going to give us the greatest opportunity. If not, then you need to switch over to the ocean wave system, because the ocean wave will smooth out a lot of this volatility view for you. And then when it tells you to hop into the trade, you can hop in with a little more confidence in this choppy markets. Okay. All right, you guys. So I will see you if you're in the futures program, our live futures trading program. I will see you on Wednesday during my class, or during the agent session on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And you got Jenny on Tuesday morning and Thursday morning for the New York session. Okay? Peace and hair grease.